some things you just have to experience for yourself before you know whether they're really true or not. Um, then when you experience them, you realize, oh yeah, it is true. When we lived in Dryden, um, one of the men there shot a black bear, and it was quite a ways back, an old logging road, and he didn't want to ruin the hide by dragging it on the ground, and so he wanted to carry it out. And he was saying it's a really big bear, and he wanted to get it mounted, get a rug made out of it, and um, he was saying it's a really big bear, like and to drag it out just might ruin the hide. And so he recruited half a dozen of us to go with him out there to carry this bear back in. And he was saying it's a big bear. It weighs 300. He thinks it weighs 300 pounds. And one of the men that went along to carry it out said, "No, that it takes a really big bear to weigh 300 pounds. You didn't shoot a 300-pound bear. I don't believe it." And we got out there, and there was the bear, and we looked at it, and yeah, it was a big bear. And the man that didn't think it could be a 300-pound bear, he said, "Well, he had said earlier, it takes a pretty big bear to go over any bear over 175 pounds looks pretty big." He said, "I'll be surprised if it's 200 pounds even." But we got there and looked at it, and he said, that is a pretty big bear. I think it will probably go 200 pounds. And so we cut some poles and we tied the bear to the poles, kind of tied the paws up, all four paws up on two poles, and then we started carrying this bear out. Well, that's a lot of dead weight just to have a bear hanging there, and then because it was hanging down, it would swing. And so if the front guys kind of stepped down into a bit of a a ravine or something, if they stepped down into a low spot, the bear would swing front. Well, then it would be even more weight on them, and if they were going uphill, the bear would swing back. It'd be more weight on the back men that were carrying it, and it was heavy. And we'd carry that thing for a bit, and then we'd put it down and rest. And after a while, the man that thought it couldn't be 300 pounds, he said, that is a pretty heavy bear. I think it'll go 225. And after a while, we carried it some more, and after a while, we were resting again. And he said, "That bear is heavy. I think it'll go 250." And so we carried it some more, and we're resting again. And he said, "That bear, that is a heavy bear. I think it'll go 275. I think it'll weigh 275." By the time we got out to the vehicle, he was up to 300 pounds. He thought that bear does weigh 300 pounds. And it did. It was right around 300 pounds. So it was a big bear. But before he saw the bear, he didn't think it was more than 175 pounds. When he saw it, he thought it was 200. After he carried it, it got heavier and heavier. Some things you just have to experience. And then when you experience them, you realize, yeah, that bear does weigh 300 pounds.